Aloha ladies and gents, Ginger Geek here once again with another episode of the Obscure Review. This week in the spotlight is a one for all the anime fans, the Japanese import and PlayStation exclusive J-Stars Victory Versus. Available on both the Vita and PlayStation 3, J-Stars Victory Versus is one big heap of fan service. Made for the 45th anniversary of Shonen Jump, the insanely popular weekly manga anthology, J-Stars Victory Versus is a big crossover fighting game that features all the big names in Shonen Jump anime. You'll see loads of iconic characters like Goku from Dragon Ball Z, Luffy from One Piece, and this weird baby thing that no one has the slightest clue about. The main crux of the game is the high-octane open arena style battles that can be played both single player against the AI and multiplayer cooperatively or competitively. You can pick any combination of up to 4 characters and make them duke it out in a variety of recognisable arenas, all ripped straight from the different Shonen Jump animes. Combat is simple but frantic. Players dash around the open stages and can lock onto their opponents fighting with a variety of close melee and ranged attacks depending on their combatant. The fight is won by being the first team, or individual if you're playing one-on-one, to make 3 KOs. Attacks are mapped to the face buttons. Square's a weak attack, triangle strong, and circle handles the flashy, more animated moves which can be initiated at any time, providing you have enough charge in your bar. The bar can be filled by charging up your character in that oh so very anime way, or just by fighting, and that's basically it. If I'm totally honest, the combat lacks almost any depth. It's fast paced and over the top for sure, but generally everybody plays the same. Don't go into this game expecting Street Fighter levels of expertise. There's no real combo system to speak of, and the most tactics you'll ever have to employ is a well-timed guard or dodge. Besides that, it's a bit of a button mash fest, but that's kind of okay. The game was never really made to be about making a rivetingly complex fighter. It was about making a product for fans of the characters, and in that way, it's a success. Though the combat may be a little stale, the characters are anything but. Everyone from their respective mangas and animes is represented here to an almost perfect degree, with moves and animations ripped straight from their source material. Everything animates with expressiveness and fluidity. When you're seeing Luffy in this game, you're seeing all the charm of Luffy as you've seen him before. Everything just feels right. If you're a fan of any Shonen Jump anime, chances are a character from it has been featured in this game, and you'll no doubt love how they've been represented. Where this shines best is in the ultimate moves. If you're really dominating in a game, you'll have the chance to do what the game refers to as a victory burst, which is where your character gets a chance to power up and then unleash a ridiculously crazy, over-the-top finishing move that looks like it has been ripped straight from an anime. Complete with those flashing lines that these kinds of shows love to use so much, and fully voice-acted angry shouting, these moments just epitomise the kind of fan service that really acts as the main redeeming feature of this game. Outside of just friendly battles, there is a story mode where you play as either Ichigo, Toriko, Naruto, or Luffy, and sail a ship around the world map, meeting other Shonen Jump characters and getting into fights. Now of course this is all in Japanese, so I have no idea what they're saying, but I imagine it's something along the lines of this. Yeah, I've proper geek rainbow hair, me, like. Oh, wait, aye, that's mint, bud. Anyway, is there any news about the tune? Oh, I meant to tell you, Toriko, that Goku lad from Dragon Ball Z was proper starting on you. He was proper geek calling you man and everything. You what? Yeah, I'll smash his heat in, like. Oh, well, lads, let's go and look for him. Oh, look at this, boat. So yeah, that's the plot. Kinda minimalist, but it keeps things going and you get to see all the characters interact with each other. Ultimately, the whole boat navigation thing seems kinda pointless since it only acts as a way to transport you from fight to fight, but I suppose the whole joy comes from travelling around Jump Island and seeing all the different cameos and the recognisable faces chatting away to one another. it's probably a lot more enjoyable if you know Japanese, I think. So all in all, do I recommend this game? Well, that depends. If you're a fan of any more than 3 of the mangas that feature, I absolutely do. The game requires little knowledge of Japanese, and it's a blast being able to play as anyone you're a fan of. Plus, it gives you a chance to settle those who would win in a fight arguments with a couple of friends. If you aren't into anime or manga, then absolutely not. It's a pricey import, and in truth, the game's not actually all that great. It works almost entirely on its excellent presentation. It's a lot of glitz and glam sprinkled over some passable gameplay. But if you can turn your brain off and get behind cheering on Vegeta, because he's totally the best one and all other opinions on this matter are completely invalid, then there's some fun to be had. But if you're looking for something a little more complex that involves these characters, then I'd recommend instead you look at the Jump Ultimate Stars game on Nintendo DS. Well, that's it for this week once again, Geeky Glasses viewers. I've been the Ginger Geek, and this has been the Obscure Review. We'll be back next week with another spotlight on a game you mightn't have heard of. Until then, feel free to like and subscribe for more content. If you enjoy our stuff, then feel free to comment with anything you might think we want to take a look at. Thanks again for watching. Until next time. Yeah, I'm proper chuffed with these knives I've got for hands, like I can cut up loads of kebabs with these. Toriko, I got bad news for you, like, I ate all the kebabs. You what, son? Yeah, get wrecked!